Hi everybody, I'm Jen with the Giggly Gypsy and Allegory Gallery in Ligonier, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. I have another fun project for us to work on, but before we get started, if you are new to our channel, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell so you're notified every time we post a new tutorial. And if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the share button, and show us what you've created on our Facebook group, Allegory Gallery Design Challenges. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so today we're gonna learn how to make another connector, and we're gonna put it to use in the same video. So I'll show you a couple of different sizes of this connector. And you can vary the size of this just by how much wire you use and which level you decide to make it on here. It's very fun, very versatile, and you can do a lot of things with it. You can use it as a necklace connector, you can use them as earrings, you can use it as a pendant. Like anything. Lots of framework for stuff, anything you can think of to do with that. And we're going to do it in bare dead soft copper. I'm going to use a 26 gauge wire for wrapping some stones into our project, and we're using 20 gauge wire for the actual link. I've already gone ahead and pre-cut some pieces. We're going to do 2 pieces of 20 gauge dead soft copper at 3.5 inches. I have 2 ear wires I've already made and 2 8-inch pieces of the 26 gauge wire. And right here I have some rough cut tourmaline gemstone chips. You can use whatever chips you want, or if you want to use beads, then by all means go ahead and use a bead. It's just going to change your look. So let's go ahead and clear our workspace off. We don't need the ruler anymore since we've pre-cut our pieces. All right, so let's take our 2 wires and mark our ends, or put our ends together. I lied, we will need the ruler one more time. So our first bend, let's do it together on the multi-tier bail maker, and I'm going to do them together so that they're approximately the same. And I just went in about 1 inch. I'm going to use the 5th step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the second largest step on the bail making tool. I'm going to put that in there and bend upwards. Turn that a little, bending them both together until they touch the other side of that wire. So you have these 2 cool teardrop shapes. I'm going to take a flat nose plier and I am going to hold those 2 pieces as close to one another as possible at the very end of the short end. Okay. This end here, I'm going to take and bend towards the center and a little left. See what I did there? I went towards the center and just slightly left. Let's do the same on the other side. So again, making sure that those 2 sides are as close to one another as possible. Grab them both. The top of the short end, I'm going to go back and towards the left so that that is centered. Now I'm going to use the first step on my bail making tool behind, and the loop is actually going to be size number 2. So I'm going to bend that back up, forward, go over and to the left. And do a loop. Let's repeat on the other side. Small goes behind. And I'm doing it right at the top of that short end. I'm going to come forward, go over the second size, and to the left. Now taking my small chain nose pliers here, I'm going to grab that eye straight across. I'm going to take my other chain nose pliers and grab the end of that wire. I'm going to go around. Two. Don't pull too tight because you don't want to cave that side in. And I think I'm going to stop at 4 coils. Bring that to the back. Give it a clip right in the center of those 2 wires. So right there, it's in the middle of those 2 wires. I'm just going to close her up. And straighten up my coils if I need to. Straighten up my loop. Yeah, we are really wonky here. Let's use our flat nose and straighten everybody out. Careful not to move your coils. There we go. So you've got a little something that looks like this. Notice we've captured that short side in those coils. So we kind of made like a little loose bead cap on there. Okay. And that measures approximately 3/4 of an inch by just under 10 millimeters. So let's repeat that coiling on the other side. Taking our chain nose, going straight across that loop. And 1, 2, 3. Bring it towards the back. Clip that wire in the middle of those 2. And tuck it in. You just want to tuck it in tight enough that you can't feel it. Once again, straighten everybody out. And sometimes no matter what you do, you just feel like it's not straight. That's what makes it boho chic. All right, we have 2 little pairs there now. Almost identical. Okay. Let's take one of our 8-inch pieces of 26 gauge wire. Now I consider the back to be the part that has the rough end in it. So now in the center, let's do a couple of coils with our 26 gauge wire. Let's do 3 altogether. Straighten everybody out. And bring that other one from the back to the front. Use a wire smoother if you want to. Just straighten. And keep that right in the center. Let's go to our tourmaline chips here. Dump a few out on the table. I think I'm going to start with the pink one. And I put that down on both wires. And then let's go with the, yep, that one's got too close to the edge there, it'll crack. All right, that fits in nicely. And we'll do one more. You could do the same on both sides if you're using the tourmaline. Same colors on both earrings. No, matchy it. Oh, we have enough room for one more. So I'm going to take that one off. I'd like to go with the yellow. And then we'll go with that small one and see if we have enough room. Yeah, that's adorable. Okay, now I'm going to separate my 26 gauge wires here. One on each side of my frame. And I'm going to coil up towards the top. Making sure that I'm on the front of my piece. Okay, so from the top of that bead, I'm going to go around the back through the center and pull it through. And keep coiling up to the top of that little connector until I can't go any further. Repeat on the other side. And do the same amount of coils up. Make sure you do not overlap the previous coil. That can be really easy to do. And then use a flat nose to kind of push up. Bring them both to the back if you can, and cut off your excess tails. Using my itty bitty chain nose, I'm going to tuck that end in on both sides. And we have a cute little earring. Sure that we're straight. Okay. We're going to need some jump rings to make sure that those go in the direction that they need to. So I'll show you how to make a couple of jump rings out of the 20 gauge wire too. All right, so let's find approximately the same size and same color beads we used on this one. Here we go. I think those work. Okay, so let's take our other 26 gauge wire, fold that in half. I'm going to put that on the front and hold the whole piece together. Loop this around the middle 3 times because that's how many I went on the previous earring. And leave with both of them on the front. Okay, let's add our tourmaline. If you find that you've beaten up the one side too much, go ahead and snip that. Let's try our wire smoothers now. There we go. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Separate our 2 wires. We're on the front. We're going to coil up 3 times on each side. Go. Snip off our excess. And using the super fine needle nose Huron, tuck that in. There we go. Nice and super cute. You could do another one a little bit larger or the same size and have a matching pendant. Do a whole set together. All right, let's do some jump rings. We're just going to take our 20 gauge wire, smooth out a little. I'm going to do 2 jump rings on each one, so I'm going to do a total of 4 jump rings. Just holding that 20 gauge wire off the spool. I'm using size number 2, and I am just pulling the spool tightly as I coil around. And I'm doing a nice tight coil, just like this. Taking my flush cutters, snipping that coil off, and now let's separate each coil. Here's one. I'm going to the very end of that previous coil that was cut. I'm going to cut another one. This can also be done more precisely with a saw that is like a little coping saw. And there's a little tool that they make that actually holds this jump ring. And the last one here, I'm going to turn in the opposite direction of the last coil cut. I'm using my flat part of my flush cutters, and I'm cutting that wire evenly with the other side. This is our last one, so we've already made sure that we don't have a burr on that one. The rest of these we're going to have to turn around, and I don't know if the camera will focus on it, but you can see that there's a little burr there. It's not flat. That's unsightly. We don't like that. So let's straighten that out. And we're just going to clip the teeny tiniest little bit of it off with our flush part of the flush cutters towards the rest of the material and the ring. Just a little nip will do ya. And you see you have a nice little jump ring. Let's make 2 more jump rings. So find that side with the burr. Just nip off that end. The saw method will be a little bit more precise. But for our purposes, because we are boho, we are free spirits, and we're doing what we do the way we do it. That's all there is to it. All right, I'm going to stop now. No more rhyming. Okay, so I've taken care of all those jump rings just to be ahead of the game for the next project, and we're going to now use 2 rings on each one of our earrings. So let's take our ear wires here. We're going to open up these jump rings here just enough to slip our earring through, making sure that that back is going to be towards the back of your ear wire. And add that to your ear wire. Now I'm going to gently twist and close that jump ring until it's not open. Okay. Let's repeat with one more. I kind of like to double up on my jump rings. I feel it's more secure and I like the look it gives it. So again, wiggling till I reach the other side and making sure that that's closed. No one will be able to tell if that jump ring is perfect or not unless they have a microscope or a magnifying glass. Adorable, huh? Let's repeat on the others. Repeat all those steps and we'll have an earring set. Making sure that that back is facing the back of your earring. Oh, look, we're not. So let's open that up and change sides. This gives me a chance to show you when you're opening a closed jump ring. Never ever open it like a Pac-Man mouth. Always open it side to side and just twist it open enough to get your piece on and off. Okay, double checking. Yes, we are front to front. So let's close her up. Notice you can hear, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but you can hear when that other side hits itself, so you can kind of tell that it's locked. Adding on that second jump ring and closing it. There we go. Look at that. 2 adorable little gemstone earrings that you made all by yourself. Have fun with it. Use different colored chips. Use beads if you want. There are no rules. Make more than one set. Make a ton. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. If you like this video, please hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and the little bell so you're notified every time we post something new. And if you've created this project today, please head on over to our Facebook group, Allegory Gallery Design Challenges, and show us what you've created. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.